This industry's always been like catch as much as you can, sell it for as much as you can, and the fishermen like that and the buyers like that. Caroline meets in the middle. She sets a price that's usually above fair, but for that she expects absolute top quality fish, and she only wants to buy fish from sustainable boats with a low carbon footprint, which is what our entire business is.
So Sole of Discretion is an ethical fishmonger based here in Plymouth. We're a community interest company owned by the fishing community that land to us. We buy exclusively from the under 10 metre boats. They're not doing as much damage to the marine environment because the gear that they use has much less impact on the marine seabed. They discard virtually nothing, whereas industrial caught fish will throw away huge amounts of fish in every haul, and often they're owned by the skippers that fish.
What I like working Caroline with Sole of Discretion is we know what we're getting for each species before we actually land. She looks at every species of fish and does the hardest she possibly can to market fish that are generally been seen as unmarketable. The lesser known species, the wrasse and the pouting and such like, she's actively found a market for.
So I'd worked in restaurants for about 20 years, and I'd seen a huge improvement over those times in being able to trace back to the boat and the method of catch. This just wasn't available to my friends who were trying to buy fish from a supermarket or even a fishmonger. So that's really what I set out to do, to be able to, on every single pack, trace back to the fishing boat, the vessel that caught it, with the method of catch on it. So having conceived of the idea and presenting it to numerous investors, many of whom called themselves green investors, and they just wanted exactly the same return on equity as everybody else, I came across social and community capital, and I think from within less than 2 months of first approaching them, I got a decision and the money was pledged. We'd found an online organic delivery company down here. After about 8 months of trade, they abruptly said that they didn't want to actually list the fish. But social and community capital said, well, things obviously aren't going as well as they could, but we're going to reschedule the loan to bring down the rates of interest, and they split the loan as well.
It is really important for us to work with producers that we know are getting kind of the most sustainable, most traceable and best quality produce.
We've grown now to a really comfortable position where we've got a number of online organic delivery companies, and then we also supply locally, and then we supply to individuals and farm shops dotted around the country.
Caroline's able to source such a diverse range of fish from local waters for us that are plentiful in supply from boats that are causing the least environmental impact.
I hope that we could inspire other groups of small-scale fishers around the British coast to do similar things. And wouldn't this be brilliant for consumers, because they know they don't want to support industrial scale farming and fishing, whereas the scale we're at, for me, feels like a natural form of humans being part of the ecosystem rather than a burden on the ecosystem.
She's sort of setting up a bit of a blueprint really for how people should be.